All right, so we're going to put it all together and we're going to learn how to graph the quadratic function if we have all kind of transformation, okay, how we're going to graph it and what steps we need to take. So before we do that, let's recall a few things. So A represents what? Reflection. If it's negative, what else? Vertical stretch or vertical compression. Perfect. K represents vertical translation. H represents translation. And then the coordinates of the vertex of the parabola are?
H and K.
Thank you. I knew you knew. All right. Are we okay with this so far? Good. So when we're graphing the parabola, as we did before, right, we have to find the vertex, and then we're going to have to look at our not transformation. We're looking at our step pattern, okay? But the step pattern is, remember, it's 135 multiplied by the A value, okay? So I'm not going to do all these steps, okay, I'm just going to teach you right away in one step how to graph, okay? I don't want to make it any more confusing. So if you're looking at your equation, y equal -4 bracket x minus 3 squared plus 5. To graph this, you're going to have to start with your vertex. What is your vertex? 3, 5. Perfect. So let's state the vertex, which is 3, 5. And what would be my step pattern? So your A value is what? -4 multiplied by 1, 3, 5. Remember that this is your step pattern. 1, 3, 5 is your step pattern. Okay? You're going to multiply the A value by 1, the A value by 3, the A value by 5. So let's do that. So that's going to be -4, -12, -20. What does my step pattern mean? It's a reflection, yeah, but that means I have to go down 4 over 1. Down 12 over 1, right? Down 20 over 1. That's what the step pattern means. So the first thing is to find my vertex, to locate my vertex. So 3, I'm just putting some numbers here so it doesn't look like I don't know what I'm doing. No, that's 9. You don't have to put every point, as long as you include some values on the graph. So first step is to locate my vertex, which is at 3, 5. So to locate my vertex at 3, 5, I'm going to have to go to the 3 on the x, right? To the 3 on the x, and I have to go to the 5 on the y. So a lot of times people misplace their vertex. If you misplace your vertex, your whole graph is going to be wrong, right? So your vertex has to be on 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to have to go up 5 to that y value of 5. Are we okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, step pattern says I have to go down 4. Okay? So from this point, I'm going to count down 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. over 1, so that means my next point is going to be here and here. Anyone did not understand how I found my next point? So from the vertex, I went down 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right one, which is also the same thing, down 4 to the left 1, because I can go 1 to both sides. We're okay? Then to find my next point, I'm going to have to go how much down? 12 from the new points. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to be right here at the bottom of the graph, and then I'm going to have to go over 1. And it's going to be the same thing from the other point over 1. So you see that is so not properly. Did you expect it to be so narrow? Yeah. Because? What's the A value here? -4. 4 is a vertical stretch by a factor of 4. So it's stretched 4 times. Okay, so it's going to be narrow. And then did you expect it to be reflected? Yes. Are we okay with this? Good. So here's how the question will be. The question will be like this. For each of the following quadratic relation in vertex form, state the transformation first and graph. Okay? So I'll give you the function. You're going to have to tell me what the transformation are, and then you're going to have to graph. So what will be your transformation for the first one? So it's -3 bracket x minus 2 squared minus 1. What do I start with? Reflection. Because it's -3, I have a reflection in the x-axis, yes? Then what do I say for the 3? What does a 3 do to my graph? Vertical stretch. If you want to add, you don't have to, but you can add by a factor of 3. You don't have to, but if you like to, you can. Okay? What does the 2 do to your graph? Horizontal. Which way? Horizontal translation. 2 units to the right. Remember? And what does the -1 do? Horizontal translation, 1 unit down. This one is vertical. You're right. Thank you. Okay, so I stated the transformation. I answered the first part of the question. Now I have to graph. Okay? First thing to graphing is you have to find the vertex. What is your vertex? 2, -1. 2, -1. The only one that changes is whatever is inside the bracket. You change the sign for that. The y value stays the same, or the k value stays the same. What would be your step pattern? -3 times 1, 3, 5. Remember that you have to multiply by the a value. So that's going to be -3, -9, -15. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to find your vertex. Locate your vertex. It's at 2, -1. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Make sure you have some values on your graph. So 2, -1. 2, -1. So my vertex is 2, -1, which is right here. Do you see it? Okay, then we're going to have to go down 3 over 1. So down 1, 2, 3, over 1 to both sides. Then down 9. I don't know if I can fit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going to just pretend that it's almost right here, just because you need 5 points on your graph. For which one? This one? From the vertex? 1, 2, 3. And 1 to the right, and then 1 to the left. And then from this point, you're going to go down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1 to the right. I had to go off the chart a little bit. Yeah.
So over there, over where the X is, like on to that side is negatives, right?
So this is the negative. This is the positive, right? So X is 2.
Yeah.
So X is 1, 2. So this is where your X is.
Yeah.
And then Y is -1. So my -1 is right here. So 2 and -1 is right here. That's where my point is.
It's positive.
This is the section where X is positive, and then this is where Y is negative.
Right?
Yeah.
The second step pattern, the -9, you start counting from where.
From your new point, from this point right here. Yeah. So you count 1, 2, 3 from that new point. Okay? We okay with that?